Hello, so today we're playing a new game called Elder Scrolls Legends. This was actually a game recommended to me because by one of my friends because I play Hearthstone and Skyrim a lot, and it's basically Skyrim's version of Hearthstone if you haven't played it already. So we're gonna start by playing the story mode of it. I haven't actually not played much of this before. I've played a bit of the tutorial, but that was it. So we're gonna go here. I don't know if I can actually do it. Oh, okay. Is it gonna let me restart it? Or okay. Yeah, so I'm on chapter 13. We're gonna go back to chapter 1.
The Elder Scrolls show us what was, and what yet will be. And they have revealed much to me.
Spare us your stories, old man, unless they can sharpen spears. Our war chief is dying. Our enemies are massing for another attack. We must prepare for battle.
We should go, Kellen. We have the scroll we came for, and this one smells blood in the wind.
Patience, Nog. I have words yet to speak here. Stories can do surprising things, Spear Maiden, whether they are true or not. And this is one you should hear. It comes from the Great War that nearly ended the Empire. It began when the High Elves slaughtered every Imperial blade, calling themselves the New Aldmeri Dominion. They and their allies swept through the land, even capturing the Imperial city itself. The Emperor fled north, leaving Cyrodiil to the invaders. This is the story of a forgotten hero who changed the very course of history.
Bring me a warrior with strength and courage. That Nord looks adequate. Bring the mortal forth, and for his opponent, that one.
Okay, so it looks like in this game you start out as a Daedric slave. I'm just gonna turn down the volume. Okay, there, now the game's not so loud. But yeah, so in this one, similar to Elder Scrolls Online, you start as a slave to the Daedras. I like how in the cutscene he said Nord, even though my character's a Dark Elf.
Why do I have a feeling they're going to kill us either way?
So this card game's kind of weird. You actually normally have two separate battlefields. It looks like we're just playing with one this time. But the idea is basically you have two lanes. Normally one of them will have some kind of special effect on your creatures. And either one can directly attack your player if there's no creatures left. However, they can only attack the creatures in their own lane. So you kind of have to make sure you put creatures in both, just to make sure that you're not dying from one side. It's kind of interesting, I guess. I liked it at least. Try to get past through this as soon as possible for you guys.
Have they any mead in their blood?
Just gonna end this here. The first couple matches are really easy.
We might have a chance.
I'll do the first 3 in one video just so that, oh my god, no. Is there any way I can like reset this stuff or? No, I don't want chapter 1. I want... Oh wait, no I do actually. But I want this one instead.
I'm Tyr, one of the Blades. 2 of us, a dozen of them. It's almost a fair fight.
So I'm guessing these guys are fodder as fuck. So yeah, I'll do 3 matches a game until I'm caught up to chapter 3, or video till I'm caught up to chapter 13, and then probably drop it down to 2, depending on how long they're taking. And yeah, so you know, here's the 2-lane system. He can only attack creatures that are in that lane now, and creatures in that lane can only attack here. I kind of like that. It makes it feel like the card game has a bit more to it instead of just, you know, building up your field. At least this way you have to split your cards adequately.
Take on my clan, you take on me.
Oh, cool. I didn't even realize he did that. So I'm gonna throw my scuttler over here just because the other lane's locked. Now there's no creatures in either one that can attack unless he plays something with the equivalent of charger in this game. Sorry, when I'm using examples for their effects, unless I can actually see the card, I'm gonna use either the magic examples or the hearthstone examples, just because those are the card games I know.
Take out one of their creatures instead.
Oh, cool. So yeah, like I won't really be using the proper names for the effects unless I can actually be like, looking at the card to read it at the time.
Grind their bones.
Actions provide one-shot ability.
Kill this creature and then attack for 4. The reason I wanted to do that is just because that creature's consecutive 3 damage, whereas the spell would have just been 3 once and then it was done. See, this time it's more worthwhile to just do that and end the game. Time to fight and kill Reeve now.
No one in this. I'm guessing that's Reeve.
These mortals must not be allowed to reveal Lord Narathan's plans. Destroy them.
Okay, so now we get to fight a Daedra. It's obviously not a Daedric prince. Or at least I would hope not. If so, this is highly inaccurate that he could beat him at all. Okay. So there's nothing really special. Other than explaining the mana system in this game, which is the same mana system as Hearthstone's, except it's just not whatever Hearthstone uses for theirs. It's just a different name. I think Hearthstone uses like mana gems or something like that. So you can also choose to ignore the player and just attack the creatures directly. Well, the players directly, unless they have a creature with taunt, so similar to Hearthstone. Except in this case, if they have a creature with taunt, you can just put somebody in the other lane and still attack them, which is kinda dumb.
Now, hey.
Like, you need 2 taunt creatures just to guarantee that your hero's safe. Otherwise, they can just ignore him and play in the other lane.
Bondar, curse you!
Now.
He's got an imp in that lane now. Sweet. Kill him.
Now, hey, for the green.
Okay, at least he suicided his creatures.
I'll man the wall. Halt in the name of the Jarl.
As you go through the chapters, you unlock more cards, by the way, and just get a kind of better deck. The first deck you get's gonna be complete ass, and it kinda sucks, but oh well. And that's game, because you can't kill this guy this turn. Just for overkill.
Not in my city.
You're stronger than I thought, mortal. But you will not be able to prevent the color. Blood will flow, and my master will let loose darkness on the world.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely not a Daedric Prince, he has a master. Well, anyways, that'll be the end of this video, and next time we will do chapters 4 to 6. Have a good day, everybody.